It's a good place.
In the Dust Belt, Cerebral Black. No, couldn't find a rhyme.
Having finally brought the, let's call it, a interior ship adventure to a close.
It's a good place.
Where your crew's unfortunate lack of knowledge of heresy meant that you did not know what demon hosts were. Having finally brought the...
Having knowledge of heresy is
let's call
heresy.
it a interior ship adventure to a close. That, I think, may actually be accurate. Possibly. Depends on how you phrase it.
It's a good place.
Where
You are saying
your
heresy to me.
crew's
That is
unfortunate
heresy.
lack of knowledge of heresy
Well, see, having knowledge
meant that
requires
you did
thinking, and
not
if
know
it
what demon
requires
hosts
thinking,
were.
it's heresy, so.
Having finally brought the... Sorry, it doesn't default to our space map. I don't even know what to make of that Trump image. I'm assuming that's a Trump image. Started as one at some point.
Before they fed it through the Google thing, yeah.
Lovely.
It's amazing. There's so many animals in that.
Alright, so as far as I know, you had indeed just left off with our good Thowlin being executed, finally, probably.
Yeah, we shot him into space.
You did do that. Probably.
Probably.
You probably did that.
You picked the worst pets, Romeo.
Sorry.
Demon people are a little harder to control than demon weapons. And the results are mildly more apocalyptic when you don't manage to.
Which ship are we on this map? Are we the one, that one there?
We're the one that I just realized is on another layer, so I brought up to this layer.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that
well,
was
there
how we were
go.
being super sneaky. You're gonna hide on a layer the orcs can't see. Yeah, now what?
No, that would just be the cutter and generic fighter craft. And those are going away. Now they're gone. Gone forever. Pretty sure they actually were both destroyed.
So what are we gonna do about these orcs?
Well, you had things resembling plans.
Well, we can't outgun them.
They definitely do outpace you in the area of number of guns mounted on their ship. Well, no, I guess they actually do have the same number of guns.
Well, isn't there more than one ship? It's like 3.
Yeah, there are 3 ships, however. That's how they get you. So I know there had been talking-related plans brought up, attempted stealthing-related plans brought up, and the Magus had noted the inner system thing. The waves of radiation that bleed out periodically and fry auger rays.
Yes, where are we on making sure that doesn't happen to ours?
I think you narrowly avoided blowing up your own auger arrays.
Excellent.
As I recall, you yourself crit failed on the original check and managed to fate to not crit fail.
Well, still failing.
Yes, while still failing, just not crit failing.
Pleasant. Was was XP given from at the time that we killed that guy?
Oh, from the death of Thaulen?
Yeah, like
Yes.
was he given then, or did you say that you would give it at a later time?
I cannot recall. I was actually going to ask to see. I don't think I wrote it down if I did give it out.
Don't think I have anything different from last time. I'm still at 9,200.
9,200. Everyone at 9,200.
Like, I don't keep track of my main one.
I'm at 9,300 apparently.
Yeah, I'm also at 93.
Okay, I guess I did give it out then.
Unless Flint missed a session somewhere.
Which I would not be surprised with. I could check my
It's just-
actual sheet too. See if
So
that's-
700 more than we got
'Cause I
rank
might
3.
have not just updated my thing in roll 20. I shall check my Excel sheet.
I should generally keep more track of how much shit I've got.
Try to keep track on the Excel sheet, especially since it auto does stuff for me.
But it's complicated as balls besides that.
My fancy
Tools I
notepad.
found to not be that complicated.
But yeah, so you guys should have 9,300 total at this point.
I'll write that down then for future reference.
You're getting there. You're getting close.
That'd be nice.
Something you're looking forward to at rank 3?
A few things. Lightning reflexes, mighty shot, quick draw. I get double my agility bonus on initiatives.
Huh.
So once, I'm gonna save up for rank 4 of my agility, and then I'm gonna have 60. So I'll have 12 base initiative.
Lovely.
Well, 13 base plus,
Oh, I did
whatever.
have 9,300. Huh. I just forgot to update my full total instead of just the side thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say you probably did give out XP because we killed them there and then. So
We did, but then we immediately ended the session as well.
then maybe not.
Yeah. So yeah, I am comfortable with another 100 XP going out.
Okay.
So 9,400 all around. 9,400.
Okay.
9,400 total is what everyone should have. But okay, so you got yourself some orcs out there on a planet with a lost city of technology beneath its surface. sealed behind great doors that have not been opened. Millennia. A lost human world from the dark age of technology.
So how do we fuck with the orcs?
Could drop down and say hi.
I'm sure they'll welcome us with open arms
That worked great
and
last
fists
time.
holding weapons. Yeah, we better bring the table with us if we're doing that.
That was a really good table.
It is a fantastic table.
Bring table so Holdar can hit them with table.
So the thing is, in a straight-up fight, I do not believe we are going to win. So how can we be sneaky and underhanded?
This is not Holdar's area of expertise.
It's okay. You have other strengths.
Well, they are orc ships, and we know the area has random gravity fluctuations, so maybe we don't have to ungun them, we just have to outfly them.
It seems likely to be an area we can beat them. So yes, let us fix up the sensors so that we can do that.
Well, the gravity things aren't necessarily sensor reliant. I mean, I believe sensors are necessary, mind you, so that you don't accidentally get sucked into one. Kind of a minefield out there.
Is there any way to trick
Radiation.
them into going into the path of one of those? Yeah, they're damn radiation waves.
Well, if they haven't reinforced their auger arrays, they're likely to lose sensors if they chase us into that area, at which point we can lead them into anything we want.
Distress call should do the trick.
Do orcs care about that?
Easy prey, certainly.
Might be something worth rigging up. Could we,
They're pretty stupid, so
if we set up a distress signal from just like a little buoy,
Like some
set it
servo
to,
skulls?
yes, like a bunch of servo skulls. But if we set like a beacon out there and turn it on after we're not in the immediate area, so that they just sail on in there and never come back, that'd be fantastic.
Something to lure them into the radiation pulses.
Yes.
Then we jam their radar with a raspberry.
And I have
We should
highlighted
definitely give them the raspberry.
the zone that the bursts are capable of bursting into.
Oh, I thought that was Evan's green. There's too many people with green as their color in this game.
Anybody has colors in this game?
Oh yeah, look
Yeah.
at the on the lower left on the character thing.
Oh, yeah.
You have kind of a pea soup green. Josh has kind of a no, what you'd call that. Zennith has a forest green, and Evan has a lime. Army green, maybe?
Seafoam.
Well, regardless, that is the zone that the radiation bursts cover. When they occur, they are not constant.
Dumb question, but are the planets orbiting clockwise or counterclockwise?
There are particular direction planets usually orbit.
Pardon?
Is there a particular direction that planets usually orbit?
Well, I mean, it really depends on whether you're looking at the system from above or below, and of course, above and below are entirely, it's like maps, you know?
Yeah,
North doesn't have to be on top, but it's, tradition.
right, I get you. So, yeah, we can say for ease of argument that the planets are indeed orbiting clockwise.
How long would it take us to, orbit around to where I just X?
From just orbiting alone?
Well, no, I mean heading over there because I'd rather not, try and punch through them to get in to set our distress beacon. I'd like to do it quietly.
Right. Oh, it would at least take you a few days, week perhaps.
Could we possibly, fix our sensor issue in that time?
Possibly.
Then let us do that, while simultaneously rigging up a distress beacon thing.
Okay. What exactly does this distress beacon entail in this case?
What sort of stuff do we know orcs would be interested in that they'd go for it?
Keeping in mind the reason astropathic transmissions exist.
Speed of light delay?
By and large.
So basically, we want the distress beacon to indicate that they are a ship with little defenses and a great amount of valuables. Without being like, we have hundreds of piles of weapons that we can't properly defend. Slightly less obvious than that.
We have so many goddamn teeth.
I figure, kind of a Kobayashi Maru thing. Civilian freighter full of transporty stuff.
This is Interstellar Ship Tooth Fairy with a distress beacon.
They've hit some sort of mine and are adrift and need help.
The good ship SS Shiny Teeth.
Sister ship to the Arcadia, the Orcodio.
Oh, right.
Or we just say, like, some fucking orcs came through here or something like that, and just basically insult them the entire time. That seems to work.
Yes, included in the distress beacon. We've noticed some orc ships, and the stupid greenskins don't seem to have noticed us yet. But please hurry.
Oh man.
Though notably, you did get the reasonable amount of details on the Surge's work. Back to my thingy. But the surges are not permanent. They will not permanently fry the orcs.
These are the radiation surges, yes?
Yes, when the surges occur, and the surges themselves are. You can theoretically detect when they'll be occurring, but you'll have to get in there to try and do so. They are. They'll only keep a ship's sensors disabled for a matter of hours.
That's when we drive by, stick some murder servitors on there, and drive away.
Yeah, I mean, we were depending on the radiation to destroy them utterly, just to make them blind to the gravity surges so they can drive into one and be compressed to a point.
The gravity surges themselves are not present in the inner system, however.
Sorry, what?
The gravity fluctuations seem to give way to radiation fluctuations when you get to the inner system. The two don't overlap.
Thought they did. I thought it was one zone of horribleness.
Note, the gravity emissions or the fluctuations in gravity are everywhere except there.
That is really weird.
So what else did we misunderstand about the gravity surges? Will they not compress our foes into neutronium?
They will not. They will cause gradual damage to a ship, failing. If you fail to ride them properly, they will shear bits of your ship apart. Not instantaneous destruction, mind you. They're not singularities.
I find the dangers in this system mildly disappointing. Oh, why couldn't it have gone somewhere really dangerous?
Well, we could have, but someone didn't want to kill the other rogue trader.
Marcus is awesome.
Yeah, but he went on a real dangerous mission.
Yes, he did. The consequences of that might come up.
They'll bring the dangerous mission to us.
We're gonna clear out these orcs and Marcus is just gonna pop up. Hey guys, could use a hand with something. God, 50 more orc ships. Okay, so we cannot use anything in this system to completely destroy our foes for us. What do?
The radiation surges cannot passively destroy the orcs on their own. However, it would mean that they would be severely penalized with any attempts to actually shoot people.
It would be what?
They would have a very difficult time shooting people with their ship.
It would give us the advantage, so it would be either
Well,
even
would
or.
we also have a very difficult time shooting people with our ship?
Not if your sensors were strengthened to not be taken out by a surge.
And how do we get stronger sensors?
By attempting to reinforce them, which you guys narrowly avoided torching them before because of a crit fail check.
Oh,
And
Well, I've
someone
got
was
fate
attempting
points
to
again.
do that with blood rituals.
He's dead? Question mark, question mark, question mark now?
Probably, yeah.
Almost certainly.
But we no longer have that boost.
Yeah, there's a
But
decent
his physical
chance.
body's dead. I mean, demons go to the warp. He's not dead.
In a state approaching death. Can we just say that?
Discorpated.
I mean, he's not in our realm, in the material plane anymore. He's in the void now.
So yes, tech used to attempt to fix up the sensors?
Yes, it is a tech use. A tech use at -20.
I'm going to hold up a mirror and smile at myself first.
That does the
Yeah.
work.
How unfortunate.
Anyone aid the captain?
Don't have tech use.
Neither do I.
So is it only the captain who is overseeing these procedures? Obviously, she's not doing it all herself. She's overseeing teams of tech priests.
So she can smile upon the tech priest.
Indeed.
But for all intents and purposes, she is making the check as though she was doing it.
Luckily, I have a combi tool.
You do have that. By waving your ancient, inspiring combat tool around like a conductor's baton before the tech priests, you inspire them to do as well as it would make you do. You are actually doing quite a bit of machine work yourself, just directing them while you do.
Yay, I didn't completely blow it. Thanks, combat tool.
Oh, I was scrolled up too far.
Yes, I succeeded by exactly as much as the combat tool gives.
That's lovely. Okay, fantastic then. So yes, it takes some time as you guys are journeying through the Dust Belt. But the captain directing your various engine seers on board is able to strengthen the auger arrays to withstand the radiation surges within the core of the system. In theory, if you are hit by such a surge, your auger arrays will stand strong. They're still not going to do great from being there, but you will be more than able to actually use them.
And I'm an auger array.
You are also that.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Distress beacon in the middle of the radiation stuff. And then, we
Will the
basically
distress
hide
beacon
out,
get blown out by the radiation.
it's actually an excellent question.
I didn't catch the question.
Will the distress beacon get knocked out by the radiation?
Oh, yes. Yes, that could happen. More to the
Can we
point,
give the distress beacon the same sort of upgrade that the auger arrays got?
theoretically you can, yes. Although, what is your plan once the orcs have been lured in with said beacon?
Well, my hope is that we can, set the beacon up, like, here-ish, and then hang out here-ish with a relay telling us when the orcs come in, so that we can pick our moment to do maximum damage.
Well, given travel times out here, you would need to be extremely close to the beacon.
Close enough that we can't set up that sort of thing where they look left and we hit from the right.
Not unless there was some sort of physical obstruction that you could hide behind close to the beacon.
Would it be possible for us to create some such obstruction?
Not quietly.
Or what are, like, this area here? These two things.
That would be a gas giant and its extremely large super Earth of a moon.
So we hide behind the moon?
Are we sure it's not a space station?
You are reasonably certain it is not a space station. You
That
can't.
looks like an obstruction to hide behind.
It does.
Functionally, it's a planet.
Romeo, with 2 planets to work with, do you think that you can keep them from flying up our tails while we wreck them?
No idea. Depends on what their ships are like, which we don't really know because we haven't used any active arrays. We definitely have the advantage close to planet side, though.
Are we capable of running simulations on this?
What precisely are you hoping to ascertain from running simulations?
Basically just attempting to test various battle plans. Obviously we don't know exactly what they're packing, but we can try it with different assumptions about what they have.
By and large, you do not have the capacity to tack computer possible outcomes. That is what your strategy specialists are for.
So if they're not doing it on a computer, what? Tabletop with dice?
Well, they are presumably doing it on a computer, but not where the computer is just running all the simulations from scratch.
Alright, but yeah,
Functionally,
let's get them
functionally,
wargaming the
it's a-
possibilities.
Yeah, functionally, it's a thing where the computer is a tool for it that they still have to use skill checks for. Tactical.
I will
checks.
smile at them while they do that.
And who would those people be? Because they are not a standard NPC. You have people who know how to operate your guns. You do not necessarily have naval warfare specialists.
Okay, well, do we have tabletop wargamers?
Unfortunately, no. The meta-ness of their existence caused them to implode.
Bring out the nerds. And then we just find the reenactors.
I'm actually wearing my Historical Pre-Enactment Society shirt right now.
So if you have people with tactic skills, absolutely, you can try to figure some things out there. Possible outcomes.
Then we shall do that.
Okay, who are those people?
Jim? Let's have Jim do it.
Unfortunately, Jim lacks tactical analysis skills.
Oh man. Not even John
Okay, I know what the right thing. I know what the right thing to do here is. Bosun, assemble me a team that can do tactical simulations.
Okay, I'll try. Although you're the captain, so you can do that too.
It's called delegating.
I guess forming a random team of people with a skill set would be a thing you call in the bosun to do.
Haha!
There you go, buddy.
Team.
Notably, we are looking for possibly naval-related knowledges and Tactica Imperialis.
I have that.
I have knowledge war and knowledge Imperial Navy.
Possibly useful themselves. Does anyone else have anything in that sphere, or are you leaving your fates up to a 12-year-old in Hodor?
I've not any war skill.
He's very mature for his age.
I might have Imperial Navy. Why do I have that? I do have it on my character sheet.
Either from your background or just as a consequence of being a navigator and therefore part of the people whose life goal it is to fly the Navy's ships.
Possibly. Probably.
If anybody was going to get Imperial Navy just from the fact of who they are, it's a navigator.
So there you go.
But I do have Imperialis if you want me to roll for that.
Okay. People with naval knowledges, roll them naval knowledges. And Hodor, roll that Tactica Imperialis.
I did not succeed on naval knowledge.
Yeah.
What did you roll? That's pretty good for Hodor on a lore check. Is that an 8? Can't remember how that displays.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Lovely. Okay, that was a pretty good lore check.
Well, so what do I know?
Well, and then also Denev on a knowledge. Said Denev had naval knowledges? Okay, so Denev unknows that. Okay, so Hodor has presumably been part of these tactical briefings at one point or another, analyzing the data coming in. And at some point, all of you must deal or cope with the realization that Hodor is performing the tactical calculations for your upcoming battle with orcs. You're just going to need to cope with that fact. So yeah, that's a pretty good success. And in that case, so you know that the orc ships are already terrible at turning, and that at the moment they are getting by purely on the number of guns that they have to point at you. So your chances would be pretty darn good if they couldn't fire those guns for as long as the radiation surge would hit them. Operating around a planet would mean that your vessel, persnickety as it is, would be much happier to move around a little faster. And, might have the ability to get a little bit of common sense out of that as well. So, yeah, if the orcs were disabled, they wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to see you coming from any kind of distance. They could try to shoot at you once you were in weapons range, just from people looking out windows, probably. But they'd have a hell of a time actually hitting you. You'd probably be able to crawl up their backsides a bit easier, since their ships can't turn that well in the first place, and they couldn't shoot back all that effectively. And as far as hiding and ambushing them, hiding behind a planet could work. Hiding inside of a gas giant might also work.
Now here's a question. I'm guessing the yellow one with the blue outline is the gas giant.
Yes.
Could we scoop up some gas giant gas and dump it out as a, like, to make us even harder to see? Smoke screen.
Not in any meaningful way, I don't think. they themselves were in the gas giant, then they would be completely screwed.
We need harpoons, is what we need.
Those are a thing, but you don't have them. You can buy harpoon macro cannons, though.
All right, so I guess we're like gonna do this then, right?
Indeed. Let us do the thing. Should I make another tech use to attempt to harden the distress beacon?
You are more than able to do that, so do that thing. Make it work. And so your goal has been to get over here so that you don't have to pass right by the orcs to get through, right?
Why, tech use? Why do you betray me? Do we have enough time for me to make another attempt at that without fading it, or is it
Probably. It's probably going to take a few days to get across to there anyway.
Oh yeah, it's going to take you quite some time, but the original check assumes that you tried for quite some time and failed.
Oh,
You can make one more attempt.
I'm going to spend a fate point because what the hell, tech use? Work with me here. Seriously.
Oh my god!
Nope.
Okay, so no, you have not been able to successfully get the beacon prepared. You yourselves can still be a beacon.
As long as we hide ourselves, I guess. We hide ourselves at a point where they have to enter first before they even see us.
I think we might have to, unless anyone has any other ideas.
So if we stay on one side and they come in one direction, and then once they're in, stuff gets tossed out, and we have to go around from the back. Get them from behind.
I mean, we could just always dump out a non-hardened distress beacon.
And then it might just not do anything because it'll blow.
I mean, it'll probably work for a little while. It's just a question of how long, right?
So that might be enough. Did you say it was possible to detect the surges in advance?
Yes.
So we could dump it out when we think there's at least an hour between surges.
They still have to fly to you, which is obviously going to take a while. It took you, like, a little over a week to get here. Admittedly, you started off a bit further away than they did. It's going to take them a few days.
So we basically figure out the normal time frames between surges and then time it that way.
Make it so.
Alright, so the first off would be to try and figure out the nature of the surges. In which case, anyone have scrutiny?
I think
Why,
just
we're trying to see if they're
Romeo.
lying? Anyway, scrutiny's basic. We can all make check. Unreal.
You actually get some bonuses to the roll as well.
What kind of
I'm
bonuses?
trained in it, so
Yeah,
there
I was
goes
rolling
nothing.
against a 16, so
Plus 10 plus your ship's detection rating, whatever your ship's detection rating is.
Holy shit.
I don't have the Zenith stats right up in front of me.
With the plus 10, and if I got the captain's bonus, that's a success.
Yeah, same.
It's plus 19
Wait,
total.
No, that's not what that means at all.
Plus 19 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, even without a captain's bonus, that's a success for me. I need 64 or under.
That was point.
So that's half a success.
Okay, so Gaius unsees everything.
I'm blind.
That
Isn't
is
that perception? Well, scrutiny.
Yeah, that was a
yes, it is
perception.
perception
roll.
Right,
based.
that's true.
he got a 98. It doesn't matter what the hell that is. That was a 98. Holy crap,
That
was that
looks pretty
actually
successful.
that I assume that was a success from Thaddeus.
Yeah. Also, well, Captain got 2, so
Yeah.
everything is undershadowed or overshadowed. But yeah, my perception's 42.
So if you have scrutiny, you had the most successes.
No, I don't.
Captain does.
I still get more than 1, I think. Do I not?
You get plus. It's half your perception and then plus 19.
Yes, yeah, I'm running up 21. I got 1 success, but the 19 gives me 2.
Okay, so I think
Actually, it
that
gives me 3. Actually,
does it.
well, I'm rolling on for 21.
I mean, even if it got you a straight 2
Well-
successes, you still came out higher than anybody else.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's Thaddeus, of all people.
Yeah, I
Working,
didn't. No idea why I would. know
working in
this.
conjunction with the captain, it's Thaddeus, of all people, looking over sensor data, who is able to predict when the next surge will occur. With your various data smiths and augur technicians.
Well, it was obvious, really. You just had to look in the right place.
Awareness. It was under E. Literally
The next
nobody
one
else has
within,
read
like, a
Fallout
week
Equestria.
from now.
Well, you know when the next surge will occur in about a week and a half.
Okay, so that's plenty of time for orcs to come this way. If they want them this way.
Yeah, I thought they were happening like every couple of hours.
You haven't been able to take active augur scans, as that would reveal your position.
Oh, so we could do that and reveal our position if we wanted to.
But then we wouldn't jump them.
True.
Unless we wanted to like put out the signal and do an active scan and then duck into the planet and hope that they think that the signal and the person who just did the scan is the same ship.
Seems not unreasonable.
Well, however you guys want to try to run it.
I mean, once we're in the danger zone, we want them to think there's a ship in there and to come, so.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. We can send an array, figure some stuff out, and then duck into the planet. We don't even have to do it like. We can do it a few days in, and then duck into the planet. Just to like keep track to see if they're moving.
So we just put out the call as soon as possible, and then hide and keep watch, basically.
Yep.
Sounds plan-like.
We gotta make the damn thing as antagonizing as possible. But also, they've been just firing down on the planet the entire time, right?
On and off.
So, incorporate something about that into it. Like information about the stuff on the surface or how to get through whatever they've been bombarding. Both piss them off, but also give them a reason to want to go there first instead of just waiting for, I guess, whatever the heck.
We don't think the big dumb green brutes have noticed us yet. They're shooting at a planet, haha. But please, come before they do.
Could say it's an Imperial ship trying to come in to support the planet. Finally. Like they got a distress call. They're coming to support the planet. But they had a bad time in the warp and they came out at like not running at full capacity.
It's just something to make it so they, well, they're orcs, I don't know how they deal with it, but make it so that they don't just decide, they're already in trouble, they're not going anywhere. Let's keep on doing this and then deal with it when they're all dead. From what other room stress they're in. But yeah,
Orcs like
orcs.
lots of shiny loot. He just pretend he got lots of shiny loot.
Say it's got a new experimental gun on it.
That'll get him. Also, the message should be composed as if it is being written by a snotty, supercilious person who doesn't like orcs in the slightest.
Gaius, you want to write it?
Sure, why not?
It just kind of seemed up your alley. Alright, fooling some stupid orcs. Yay!
Okay, so sending out a Vox transmission to the orcs from the beacon.
I mean, technically we're sending it omnidirectionally, but yes, they're who we're hoping gets it.
Hold on. Doing a thing.
Do that thing.
All right, and were you guys intending? Where were you guys intending to be during the orcs' period of transit?
Ideally where they can't see us.
Yeah.
If it doesn't take, I imagine it would take effort to go into the gas giant, but not much to stay there, right?
Reasonably so.
Then we're probably